Okay, great. Thank you so much. Yep, I appreciate those of you who are already part of our JDXBOT, optimized strategy. I believe that, based on the result I shared for the last week, so you can see that our strategy is intact. Everything is working well. The system has been updated and so on. So that is great, right? To be able to see, I think an average of about 1% plus, okay, on the daily basis. I think that is good. Although we never promise any fixed return, but we are making sure, to look into the ROE. So my concern is not really the daily profit. My concern is the ROE. What I meant by ROE is always about the recovery period. Okay, so if you put a capital, if you can recover your capital within the next, 3 to 6 months. So our goal is about 3 to 5 months. So the sooner you recover your capital, the better it is, right? So that is our goal. Okay, so we are looking into achieving about 3 to 4 months. So if you can get back or recover your capital in 3 to 4 months, I think that is the best platform to be in, right? And on top of that, these are real trading going on, and user can actually see each of those trades taking place in their own apps. All right, so you can see, for example, let me just see if I have the apps here. So you can actually monitor your trade, in your own apps. I think that is the best, right? And you control your own fund. Okay, you control your own fund. Yeah, so you can see this is the app. So currently we have a trade, trading over here, and we have what we call a dual hedging position. So the strategy that we are using now is completely different. All right, we are using a dual hedging position. But what is really interesting is that if we go and check, this is our last week, 1 week result that I've actually posted, right, in the group and also in the Facebook, our social media. So this is basically a 1 week result, right? So you can see, that the bot has delivered about $23. So this is a capital of $200. So for a $200 bots, you can see the bot actually delivered $23.85. So that is about 10 over percent in a week. Okay, this is a weekly result for USDT. And out of this realized profit, you will enjoy 70%. Okay, 30% is the strategy fee and 70% is your net profit. So if you take 70% of this amount, that is about, I think that is about close to about 8%, I think 7 to 8% in a week, right? So that is an average of about 1% every single day, right? So this is just to show you the results that we actually have for the last week. So every single week, we are monitoring the result, and you can actually look into your own bot and look into the results in your own bot, okay? So that is how things basically work now. So everything is completely different than before because we have completely revamped, the way how the strategy. So I believe so. Those who are already part of JDXBOT, they are already seeing this kind of results. So really, really happy for them. All right, and we look forward, to make this opportunity available to as many people as possible, so that we can continue to empower, ordinary people to generate extraordinary income. All right, but it is important to understand that at JDXBOT, we don't promise any fixed return. Okay, so if I think yesterday was one of the biggest return, right? Can somebody confirm that in the group? I think yesterday was one of the biggest return because market were volatile. So when market are volatile, JDXBOT is able to deliver more profit. All right. So when the market is moving up and down, right? So I think that is the best time to make a lot of profit. Okay. So that is how it works. But nevertheless, all right, please take note that these are fully automated. So you don't really have to do anything. All right. So you only need to make sure to manage your fund. So we have the main account, we have the sub account, we have the spot wallet, we have the strategy wallet, which I'm going to explain to you later on. Okay. So just take note that I think this is probably the first in the industry, crypto leverage trading, fully autonomous bot that we managed to, and this is a product of 2 years, okay, because beta testing started in 2023. So this bot has been tested, the strategy has been tested for the past 2 years, yet we are continuously improving the strategy, okay, and also our back end, our system. So we are not really perfect, but we are trying to make things perfect, okay, because I think as a startup, who is designing something new and pioneer in the market, we don't have a reference point. This is basically, the first in the industry. So we are basically pioneering a crypto leverage trading bot, and this is not something you can find on the shelf. You can't find. It's not something like you can get it in the exchanges. This is basically an API. So you will have our software connected to your exchanges, and you will be managing all your fund 100%. Okay. So I think that is what the market actually needed at this moment, because they don't want to put their money into third party. All right. Because they worry, right? Because third party, sometimes you may have the risk. Sometimes they may even exit. So if your capital is in third party, you are at risk, right? That there is no peace in your heart, knowing that although, yes, sometimes they promise you they can give you 20% a month or 30% a month, but the thing is that your capital is there, right? And the recovery period is like 10 months, 15 months. It takes a long time. So the longer your capital is there, the more risky it is. Okay, so please understand that. So that is the reason why, from the perspective of investment, because we understand, right? All of us, most of us came from an investment perspective or background. So the goal is the ROI. So make sure you get your ROI the soonest you can. I think that's the most important thing. So if you can recover your capital in 3 or 4 months, I think that will be really awesome, right? So if you can make about 30 to 40% a month, that means that in 3 months to 4 months, you can recover your capital. All right. So that is basically what we are focusing on. Okay. So please understand, guys, as I mentioned, right? So we don't promise fixed return. So if the bot, if based on the market today, you're going to make 5%, you take 5%. All right. If today the market is not volatile, the market is just moving within the range, there is no activity, you may not see any result. Now, the good thing is that this is real trading. All right. This is real trading. But if somebody come to you and say, I'm going to give you 1% a day, and they can't even actually show you the real trading. Now the question is, where are they getting those returns? All right. So over here, we are basically focusing on the real trading. So, and the real return. That is it. Okay. So if today the market going to bless you with 5%, you take the 5%. All right. So we don't have any kind of multi-level plan and so on. We don't do that. Okay. And we are not allowed to do that because we are a legally incorporated software company. All right. And because we are legally incorporated, we can only provide you the software as a service, and that software will be connected to your exchange through API. Okay. So this is a very important understanding. All right. So so this is something that important, and we want to keep things clean when we are doing this, so that there is no MLM, there is no binary, there is no unilevel. We don't want to have those kind of things clouding the thing and then creating unnecessary problems and so on. Okay. Yes, Obong, you may share something if you want to. We have, I think, before we get started. Go ahead, Obong.
Okay,
Obong has been with me for many, many years, all right, since the mentorship program. So he knows, I think, initially we started with a manual
yes.
trading. So they are basically involved in the mentorship program. So I think if there's someone that you want to really thank, you should thank Obong, because he is the one that has been pushing me for many, many years. Doctor, please create an automated bot, because we don't have time to trade. And I think he is working in the offshore. So, in the offshore, you can't even sometimes have the internet connectivity and so on, right? So it's not that easy. Although they learn from me how to do leverage trading, futures leverage trading, but it wasn't that easy, right? So I'm going to ask Obong to share his experience. I think it would be great to hear from him. Obong, please go ahead.
Okay, doctor, confirm you can hear me.
Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay, good evening, afternoon, morning here in Canada. I just arrived Canada about 2 hours ago.
All right.
I came to drop my daughter in school, so I said I have to join this meeting. 2 hours ago, I just on my own. I said, let me just check Bitgate. I was surprised what I saw because I've been in transit for almost two days without looking at having any internet to look
Okay.
at
All
the
right.
trading.
Wow, that's
So
good.
I was shocked what the the profit I saw. Honestly, I was shocked. I said, so for me, team, I've always been saying it. I'm the happiest person, and like I always say, God bless Dr. JD for listening, because as leaders, we need to also listen when people bring up suggestion. I know this global Zoom meeting, I disturbed him for I think over six good times about bringing his tactics, because this is personal tactics, into what he taught all of us to do manual trading, bringing it into board. For some of us that are very busy at work and so on, and that's why I said I'm still the happiest person, because this is happening live. In our lifetime, that this is happening without we disturbing ourselves. The body is doing what it should do. Like I said today, I was surprised seeing the kind of profit that I saw. In fact, I called my son. I said, "Come and see." So it's this is good, team. This is good. We just need to support Dr. JD. Apart from this, there are other ones he's planning to do the swap and so on. We need to support him. Just like he said, I think over six years ago, that I knew him. I knew him through Victor Ibe, because I like sharing my experiences, because something happened. I borrowed, I got a loan for someone to trade crypto for me, and the person ran away with my money to UK. And I was looking for who to, because I didn't know anything about crypto personally. So I had to look for a way, pay different people, until eBay introduced me to Dr. JD, and he mentored me. In fact, the crypto that I know today, all that I know today is from Dr. JD. That's just the truth. The truth is bitter, but that's just the truth. And we know how to trade. In fact, when he started, it will teach you to, it will tell you, it will give us assignment and ask you to trade, do demo trading. When you have 80%, if you have 80% success, that is only when Dr. JD will say, go and use your own personal money now. Use your money to trade. It will give us different kind of assignment, different kind of trading assignment to do. But then we will submit it. When we submit it, it will look at it. When you have 80% success on that trading, that's when it will only say, go and put your real money to trade. So bringing this into the board, that is helping us, for some of us that are busy at work, is awesome for me. Is just the best thing that has happened. And some of our friends and colleagues that are joining are also happy. There are some folks that asked me, I told them, and apart from that, for me, apart from that, this man called Dr. JD is very honest, dependable, straightforward. He will tell you the way it is. I know there was one time someone came to the Telegram group and said he needs higher interest, higher profit, he just told the person to go to elsewhere when he can get that kind of higher profit. But here we have to preserve partners' capital for trading. So, and he's been doing it, and he's been telling us that even when he was mentoring us for a year and so on, he keeps telling us the same thing to say capital is key. in whatever that we are doing. And I've not seen him change over 6 years now. I've not seen him change. Same person that I knew from day one. So for me, I'm the happiest person. I always say it, and I keep telling him, keep encouraging him. Whatever people say, whatever is definitely there will be. We must have negative and positive in anything we do. If we don't have negative, then there's no way we will progress. So definitely there should be negative and positive for us to have the best. So I really appreciate everything he's doing. I just pray God give him all the enablement, all the encouragement to continue to help humanity, because what he's doing is helping humanity, empowering all of us, and some of our friends, children, name it, that will in future that will join this, in having extraordinary income to support whatever thing we are doing. So, Doctor, I really appreciate personally, which really appreciate. I and my family really appreciate what you are doing, and I just say, please keep it up. Don't mind whatever people say. Just focus on what you are doing. I remember 3 years ago, you said, excuse me, you said one family, one Bitcoin per family. We were just laughing, laughing, laughing. How much, when looking at what Bitcoin is? So I remember you keep every month you were buying, even if you have $100, you buy Bitcoin for your children. I can't forget it. And you show us the chart, what you were doing. Then I think it was whether 15,000 or 20, 30,000 then. But look at what Bitcoin is now. You told us every family should try and have one Bitcoin. That is what you said. Even though we were not serious about what you were saying, but it has come to pass. Now everybody is looking for a way to do what? To have that one Bitcoin now, which is very difficult. So we really appreciate you. God bless you for all you do. Thank you. Thank you, Tim.
All right. Thank you, Obong, for coming on board, especially making time while you are actually abroad, in Canada. All right. I think that is really awesome to be able to have partners, in destiny, right? It's something to have partners, but it's another thing to have partners in destiny working together with you, because when you will only know that they are your true partners when you go through problems. Okay, because I do have partners today who don't trust me, all right, who actually are doubtful about what I'm doing. But it is good. The problem happened just to reveal my true partners so that I can then decide whether I want to continue, this journey with them or otherwise, all right? Because it's not easy to find honorable partners who trust you, all right? Now, when they start to doubt you, when they start to question you, then all right, their heart is not right. They are just following you to be blessed, but they are not willing to stand with you when you go through the problem. Am I right? All right. If I'm telling the right thing, just put in the chat room. That will be great, right? So this is good, right? For you to be able to hear the real testimony of a man who actually stood with me for 6 years while we were doing the mentorship program. There are many of them here today. I think they have followed me for many, many years. I have remained steadfast. I have remained consistent in what I'm doing and what I'm saying. All right. It's not easy, guys, when you are developing a solution. I always tell my technical team, I say what we are doing here is spiritual, because finance is a war. All right, please understand, money is a war, guys. So when you start to have a mandate to empower ordinary people to generate extraordinary income, the devil will not be happy with you. He will do everything to destroy, to distract, so that you cannot provide this freedom to the people around the world. And our vision is so big that we want to provide this solution to the whole world, you see. So, but by God's grace, right? So that's why God has to protect the company. Sometimes we have technical glitches. Sometimes, a lot of things can happen because we are pioneering this industry and we are creating something new. So that's why I think it's great to have all of you on board, because you can then see what we really have, right? And how can this solution become a blessing to you, and also in what way you can be part of the solution. But one thing that I really want to invite each and every one of you is this: don't just join the solution, join the man who created the solution. Partner with me, right? Partner with me, because this is a journey that we need to stand together. It's a spiritual journey because we want to bless people around us, right? So that's the reason why we are not rushing. We are not going public. We are not asking anybody. No, no, no. We are just basically working with partners, and partners introduce their partners, and then we are only going to have about total 300 users for this phase. Okay, so once we hit the 300 users, we will stop all the new sign up and so on, because we are not rushing for people. We are not greedy. We are not. Okay, all that we want to do is to provide a quality product to make sure that it is safe. The number one, right? Your capital must be safe, right? Safeguarding the capital is number one. How do we safeguard? I'm going to share with you shortly. And number two, we look into the profitability. As I mentioned to you, ROI is critical. All right. And also, we are looking into how to make this bot to perform better and better. Okay. All right. Great. I would like to thank each and every one of you for being here and also listen to that wonderful testimony. Thank you, Obong, once again. So let me just bring you guys, into the presentation, and let's go through this presentation. Okay, so I'm going to share with you the details. Okay, so we're going to take about 40 minutes or so, right? So 40 minutes or so. Just make sure that you are attentive, and if you have any questions, you can ask us later. All right, just make sure all the questions are within the scope of this presentation. Please take note, today is Tuesday, so every week we have our weekly preview. So if you are our partners and you want to invite someone to understand, bring them, okay, for the Tuesday. That is always at 8 o'clock Singapore time. And then Thursday, okay, alternate Thursdays, okay, twice a month, we will have the AMA session, Ask Me Anything. And that will be more into the technicality of it. So this Thursday, okay, there will be an AMA session. So if you are already part of JDXBOT, or even if you are not part of JDXBOT, but you just want to come and observe and take a look, what is the thing, just come over, okay? Come over, because you don't know how you're going to be blessed, okay? Because I'm going to share with you about the market, what is the condition of the crypto market, and then I'm going to share some of the technical things related to JDXBOT, all right, so that you can then understand how does all these things works, okay? So don't forget, all right, this Thursday, okay, so alternate Thursday, the first week and the third week of the Thursdays, okay? Please take note, right? Okay, great. Now, just a moment. Okay. Okay. So let's get going. Right now, first of all, thank you guys for coming on board. Appreciate your presence. From all over the world. It's really great to have you guys. I just hope that this presentation today will be a blessing. So stay tuned, okay, to understand what is the minimum startup cost, how can you get started, how the ecosystem works. Okay, I'm going to explain to you in detail, right? Now, first thing first, I always want to be transparent, and we want to establish the position of the company, okay? So the company that you are going to be part is known as JD Wealth Maker. It is a legally incorporated company, right? So what we do is that we are basically a financial technology, a fintech, involved in the decentralized finance software development, right? So that's what we are going to do, right? So we are basically a fintech, a decentralized finance. We are not the centralized finance, which is basically the banking and so on. We are decentralized. So we want to provide decentralized solution, okay, software solution to our global users, so that they can then, enjoy extraordinary income and have a financial breakthrough, right? So please understand that. So the first brand, okay, the first brand that we have created under JD Wealth Maker is JDXBOT. So JDXBOT is the brainchild of JD Wealth Maker. So JDXBOT is basically a crypto algorithmic trading bot. It's an autonomous bot. So this is our first solution that we are creating, right, for our global community. And moving forward, we have two more products that we are creating, which is basically JD Swap, where you can actually do an auto swap. And we also have a DCA bot. So we got a swapping bot and DCA bot, whereby all these things will be able to actually automate every single thing, so that you can then have the full ecosystem and enjoy a decentralized finance solution. Okay, so our goal, okay, is to empower ordinary people to generate extraordinary income. It's a very fierce goal, okay, and that is the reason why I believe, okay, when you have an intention to empower ordinary people, all right, this is where sometimes a lot of things can go wrong. That sometimes you will have attacks all over, because you have a noble mandate actually to empower ordinary people. So it's not easy, okay? Sometimes your own partner will not believe what you are doing, right? Because everyone wants to profit in business. But here we are, want to empower the ordinary people first before we talk about profit. So if my philosophy is people first, profit second. Okay, it's both are P, but which one first? Okay, for most people, profit first, P, and they use people to profit. We want to empower the people, and the people then will bring the profit to us. Okay, so please understand that. Okay, the intention must be right, or else God will not bless your business. Okay, so now JDXBOT is an industry's first fully autonomous crypto-algorithmic tactical futures trading bot. Okay, so this is a first in the industry. It is 100% autonomous, so you do not need to do you do not need to set the parameter. You do not need to decide in terms of the risk and so on. Okay, there is no such things, guys. A lot of the program outside there, or bot outside there, or even copy trading outside there, they will ask you to set the parameter that you want. You decide the risk, and then finally they will tell you how much you have to fund. But over here, right, you do not need to do anything. All that you need to do, just follow the funding requirement, okay, for each of those wallets accounts. And thereafter, you leave everything to JDXBOT. JDXBOT will then perform the strategy and deliver the performance, okay, based on the market condition. Okay, so please understand that we are a third-party exchange-based API commission software as a service solution. So our strategy is connected to the exchanges. If you want to use our software or our strategy, you need to connect the API. So once you already have an account with the exchange, then you need to connect your API, create an API and connect your API with JDXBOT, and then JDXBOT will then, manage, monitor, and make sure that your bot is running, right? So that is how basically everything works. Okay, so I hope now you understand the positioning of the company, the brainchild, okay, JDXBOT, the brainchild of JD Wealthmaker, the brand, the software, or the strategy, and what we are really doing. All right, so this is going to be, I believe this is going to be a breakthrough in the industry, because we are probably the first one ever, all right, created something that is completely out of this world. And these are 100% based on my own strategy, all right, that I've been trading since 2009. Okay, so just take note of that. Now, let's quickly look into this promotional video, a 2 minutes video, to give you a gist, okay, just a macro perspective, what JDXBOT is all about.
In a world driven by possibilities, where financial freedom knows no boundaries, emerges an extraordinary solution. JDXBOT, industry-first, autopilot high-velocity algorithmic crypto trading strategy. JDXBOT is not just an ordinary trading bot. It's a game changer, designed to put you in the driver's seat of your financial future, embracing the power of digitization. With 100% control of your funds, you decide your destiny. Harness the power of automation, 100% hands-free. Zero trading background is required. Whether you're an experienced trader or completely new to the game, JDXBOT simplifies the journey. A proven winning strategy awaits, paving the way for boundless opportunities. Be it a bullish run or a bearish downturn, JDXBOT helps you thrive in any market condition. Trade 24/7, 365 days, whether you're in the heart of the city or at the edge of the world. A reliable and regulated trading platform, offering peace of mind. Crafted by an experienced real trader, a masterpiece of expertise. Embrace the most affordable strategy without compromising on excellence. Seamless onboarding process, start effortlessly. Our automated high-velocity crypto trading strategy operates on a powerful 100x throttle, delivering impressive speed and earnings. It monitors market volatility, identifies opportunities, and executes perfect entries to maximize profitability swiftly. At our core, we believe in the essence of velocity of earnings, the efficiency of earning as determined by the rate of return or speed of earnings. For us, wealth creation demands speed. Experience the game changer in the crypto industry, an incredible hands-free money printing machine, the JDXBOT. In a
All right, that gives you, a quick outlook, right, about JDXBOT. All right, so you can actually get this promotional video in our YouTube channel, or just get to the person who have invited you. I believe they will be able to provide you with the video. Okay, now let me just quickly go through the unique advantages of JDXBOT, right? Now, first thing first is that, as I mentioned earlier, right, the way we design this solution, we put people first in our mind, right? So when we say we put people first in our mind, we talk about our user have 100% control of their fund, all right? So over here, right, our user will be able to manage their own fund, their own investment, because this is your own exchange, okay? Please understand, when you come on board, you need to have your own exchange. You will be signing up with an exchange. You have to do KYC, and then you will then transfer your fund into your own exchange. You are not going to put your capital into JDXBOT or any third party, all right? So please understand that this is a very important priority that we have actually put, so that user control their own fund and they have access into their own fund. So in this manner, you can deposit, you can withdraw, you can transfer, you can do whatever it is, and the most important, you can see the fund before your own eyes, right? And that gives you a lot of the peace of mind, rather than your fund is somewhere else and you don't know what is really going on, okay? So that's the first unique advantages. The second one is that, please understand, this is 100%, okay, autopilot 24/7, 365 days. So the bot runs 24/7. So you do not need to worry about anything. Just make sure, as long as the fund is there, the bot will be running, and we don't want to stop the bot. All right, it is autonomous around the clock, providing users the flexibility to trade at any time from anywhere in both the bear and also the bull market. Okay, so the bot will be able to do the necessary based on JDXBOT strategy. All right, now the other thing that I think this is really critical, because a lot of the platform outside there, they can't really prove the evidence of trading. All right, they may claim that they can make certain percentages or deliver certain percent daily and so on, but unfortunately they may not be able to prove to you where the real income is generated. So over here you have 100% transparency of the live trade and results at your fingertips. Okay, so that simply means that when you have already registered an account with the exchanges, you have the app with you. So with the app, you can actually view the trading that is taking place, whether the positions are open. You can even look into the trading analysis, the results that has been delivered. Okay, so this gives you 100% independence report. I think this is very important. Okay, so and this kind of information, it is transparent and it is independent, so there is no manipulation or alteration by JDXBOT. Even we cannot access into your account, because only you know what is going on with your own app or with your own exchanges, right? Now, the other thing is that it is tested and proven winning strategy. So far, JDXBOT strategy has been doing wonders. Okay, as you hear the testimony, right? That he is traveling 2 or 3 days, he has not even seen his result or his performance, and suddenly today he saw the result and he was shocked to look at the profit that has been generated. That's why we saw that these few days, right? Because the market is volatile, we are seeing, a significant profit being delivered to our users. Okay, I think that is awesome, right? So the reason being is that this strategy has been tested since 2009, since I was in the crypto space, and I started as a forex trader. I trade, commodities such as gold, but my skills or my passion was really into Bitcoin when Bitcoin came into picture. So I began to learn about how to actually trade futures, because most people fear when you talk about futures trading, especially about leverage, right? So they may want to do spot trading because spot trading has not much risk and so on. But I love risk, okay? I love risk. So we actually developed this strategy through thick and thin, right? Through going through all kinds of troubles, losing a lot of money, and finally here we are. Okay, we started the beta testing in 2023, and this bot has been tested in the real market, okay, for the past 2 years. Just imagine that. Okay, we have gone through price about 40,000 swing. We have gone through everything, right? And I think the bot is resilient, and the bot is delivering, exceptional result for our global users, right? Now, it is safe, reliable, and compliance trading platform. This is very important, okay, because your fund must be protected, okay? So fund protection policy is there. So if you are part of these exchanges, they even protect your fund. So in the event, okay, if your fund been hacked or compromised, you can actually get back to the exchanges, and they will then give you, you can claim one-to-one back, okay, whatever fund that has been compromised and so on. This does not include trading losses and so on, okay? So please take note of that. Now, last but not least, we also basically, provide highest profit sharing in the industry with instant settlement of profit. So every time the position is closed, the profit will be settled almost instantly, okay? So you do not need to worry about paying the profit later on and so on. Everything will be done almost instantly with our smart contract intelligence system. And also we have one of the highest, referral commissions in place, which I'm going to explain to you in detail. So these are advantages that make JDXBOT an appealing choice for individuals seeking automated crypto trading solution with transparency, accessibility, and history of success at all and an affordable initial cost. Okay, so I think this is going to be these are important unique advantages that I want you to understand before we proceed further, right? Now, the other important thing you need to really understand is the ecosystem, okay? So in this ecosystem, we have two entities. One is the exchange, which is our official partner, BitGet, okay? And then you have a JDXBOT, which is basically the strategy provider. So please understand that you cannot be part of JDXBOT unless you are first registered and have an account with BitGet. So once you have an account with BitGet, then only you can connect your BitGet account with JDXBOT through the API. All right, so once it is connected to the API, all your trading will be taken care by JDXBOT, 100% autonomous. Please take note of that. So now we have a few elements here, okay? When it comes to BitGet, all right, you need to make sure you sign up for BitGet account. So you can use our partner's referral link, right, to sign up. I think those information will be provided to you. And then you need to do KYC. So this is very important. You only need to do a level 1 KYC. So if you are from a restricted country, okay, I'm sorry, okay, you may not be able to join JDXBOT. Or if your KYC is disapproved, you cannot be part of JDXBOT. So do not sign up for JDXBOT until you have actually get your KYC approved with the exchanges. Please understand that, okay? Now, some of you probably from a restricted country, you want to be part of JDXBOT. I think you should explore Palau ID. I think you can buy a ID and become a resident, a digital resident of Palau. And high likely you can use the Palau ID to become to actually do your KYC. I'm not so sure, but I know one of my friends is doing that. So I'm going to get the, I'm going to see whether she's able to basically get through the KYC. And if that is possible, then a lot of the countries, okay, that is restricted, they can be part of JDXBOT. So once you already have your KYC, make sure you create your API, and then you have to bind your API with JDXBOT. Okay. So in JDXBOT, there are quite a number of activity that is involved here. Number one, you also need to sign up with JDXBOT, and then you need to verify your email, and then make sure you proceed, okay, to perform the two-factor authentication. This is very, very important to protect your account. And then you can proceed to purchase the strategy. So the strategy plan, we have 3 strategy plan, which is USDT, USDC, and BTC. All right. So it is a yearly subscription. So you have to pay for the subscription. Once you have purchased the strategy plan, then you proceed to perform the API binding with your BitGet account. And then you fund your strategy wallet. This is where the 30% strategy fee will be deducted. So this is where we share 70-30, okay? 30% will be deducted as a strategy fee. And then you fund your main futures account in BitGet. This is where your trading fund will be, okay? So up to you, right? But minimum is $200, which I will explain to you very, very shortly. And then you have to fund your sub-account in BitGet. And once you completed all this activity, your bot will then be activated. Okay, so don't worry. I will explain to you the getting started guide. Later on, you can follow the guide that has been given. Everything will be well. So now, once your bot is activated, okay, please understand, as I mentioned to you, JDXBOT offer 3 types of strategy. So we have USDC, USDT, and BTC. So now, as I think during the testimony you heard, right? It is probably almost difficult now to actually buy Bitcoin. But if you can earn Bitcoin, you can stake Bitcoin every single day, right? So this is brilliant, okay? You can actually start to earn Bitcoin and keep that Bitcoin. Don't sell that Bitcoin, okay? You might only want to sell your USDT and USDC. You might want to just hold that Bitcoin. Is up to you. So you need to have your own strategy when you are becoming part of this kind of, opportunities and so on, okay? So now please understand, JDXBOT have own superior features and strategy. It is a futures leverage trading. So we don't do spot, okay? We are basically only doing futures. All right, and it is a cross margin mode. Okay, we are using a cross margin mode. That is the reason why it is almost impossible to get liquidated if you are using JDXBOT, because we are not using a spot isolated margin, and we do not have a stop loss. Please understand that. Okay, stop loss are only for the losers. Okay, so we don't have stop losses. So because we are using a cross margin. Now, it is a dual position hedge mode. This is the most important strategy, whereby 2 positions will be open at the same time. All right. Now, this is something interesting, most probably new to a lot of people outside there, because they only take a position based on technical analysis and thinking that the market will be in their favor, and most of them got liquidated. But it doesn't happen here with JDXBOT, because we are using a dual position hedge mode. Now, please understand, we have a very important wallet management strategy, which is the main futures account management and sub-account management that I'm going to explain to you very, very shortly. And this is the heartbeat of JDXBOT, all right, because this is the reason why your account is protected, but at the same time, you can also actually generate a significant revenue, right? Now, it is an auto dollar cost averaging and auto hedging in place, auto profit taking. We have a smart contract for the strategy wallet. And also, right, you have a live dashboard where you can actually see the details of all those statistics, right? The information about your bot in JDXBOT back office. And last but not least, the most important thing, right, is that it is 100% autopilot. Okay, so you shouldn't be touching, altering, manipulating or doing anything once your bot is already connected. So leave everything to JDXBOT to actually handle it. Okay, so now this is what I meant by hands-free money printing machine. Okay, so 100% autonomous, giving you, the peace of mind. You can travel anywhere you want to. Just let the bot to do what is required. And please understand that once you become part of JDXBOT, you will be in our private Telegram group where you get all the necessary updates in real time. So you do not need to worry about opening a support ticket and waiting for 48 hours for response and so on. Everything is there in the Telegram group, and most likely, right, I think most of the time I'm the one who responds to every single queries and also all the updates that is taking place there. Okay, so I think this is the important ecosystem that you need to understand and how this ecosystem works together, right? Okay, now I think it's important for me to explain to you how the wallet management strategy works, because this is the heartbeat of JDXBOT. This is actually the heartbeat of JD Wealth Maker. All right, so the reason why JDXBOT or JD Wealth Maker is successful because of the wallet management strategy, and this is what we call tactical strategy. So JDXBOT is not really so much focused on the technical. We are focusing on the tactical strategy. So when it comes to tactical strategy, wallet management or your bullet management in the war zone, okay, please understand, trading is entering into a battlefield. So when you are in the battlefield, when you are in the war zone, the management of your bullet, okay, or ammunition is critical. If you don't able to manage your ammunition, you can get killed in the midst of the battle. So we are a warrior, okay? Please understand that. So we are a warrior. So the way we design this whole thing is from a warrior perspective, getting into the battlefield. So that's the reason why wallet management strategy is going to be very, very critical, okay? So JDXBOT employs a dynamic risk mitigation system that actively manages the interaction between users' main futures account, okay? Please take note of all this information, okay? So we have the main futures account and we have the sub account to safeguard users' position. Now, let me explain to you how this mechanism actually works, right? So if you look, right, in this exhibit, we have the main futures account. Now, please understand, for the main futures account, the minimum funding for your bot, okay, for trading will be $200. That's the minimum. So now, while you have the main futures account, you also have the sub account. Now, the sub account, it is a 50% of the main futures account. All right, so for each strategy. So in this example, let's say I have a USDT bot or USDT strategy for $200. My sub account USDT must be $100. All right, so this is important. So now, how does these things actually work? Let me explain to you one by one. Number one, now we have a real-time monitoring for the replenishment. Okay, now JDXBOT algorithm continuously monitor the main account base available balance. So now, in this example, the main account base balance is $200. All right, please take note, okay, $200. Now, so what the JDXBOT algorithm will do, it will monitor the main account base balance and automatically replenish it from the sub account with an amount equivalent to the total dollar cost average value. Now, let me explain to you how these things work. Now, let's say, for example, right, you have $200 in your main account. Now, when the DCA or dollar cost average is done, so in the event the market actually go against you. So when the market go against you, it's actually a good news, because when it goes against you, the DCA will take place. What is a dollar cost averaging? DCA means we are manipulating the entry price and bringing the entry price closer to the current market price. Can you see that? That is what DCA all about. It's an averaging concept. So now, let's say, for example, the DCA used $20. All right, so when the DCA used $20, your main account now is reduced from 200 to 180. So what will the sub account do? The sub account will then check the main account that $20 has been used. It will then replenish $20 back and maintain your main account $200 at all time. Isn't that awesome? So that's the reason why, okay? Please understand, 50% is just minimum. If you put 100%, if you put 200 in your main and you put 200 in your sub, that will be awesome. All right, so don't just think the minimum 50%. You can even put more if you want to. All right, please understand. So now, this replenishment restores the available balance to the base available balance for optimal bot performance. Now, this is critical because when the replenishment continuously take place, DCA take place, replenish take place, it actually maintain the optimal performance of the bot. And this is the reason why user can actually enjoy massive profit. Okay, because your main futures account balance is always intact, which is always within the base balance. Okay, so please take note. Now, we have a cycle and normalization. So once all the trading positions are fully closed in profit, the replenishment fund are automatically returned to the sub-account, preparing for the next trading cycle without requiring manual intervention. So let's say, for example, right, that the total amount replenished is $100. So once the bot closes the position, you don't need to worry because it's automatically will return back, okay, will return back that $100 into your sub account, and now it waits for the next cycle of the trading. All right, so I hope you understand me. Okay, so every time a position is open is called a cycle. Okay, that cycle can have many DCAs, can have many hedgings. It is still a cycle until it closes. Once that cycle closes, a new cycle will begin automatically and your fund will be returned back into your sub account. Is this intelligent? This is awesome, right? So now you do not need to manually, okay? You do not need to manually do it. All right, you do not need to manually actually top up because you already prepare in advance, okay, that amount in your sub account. Isn't that brilliant? Okay, now the other important thing is that a fallback control, okay, a fallback protocol we have also put in place. So if the sub account lacks sufficient balance for replenishment, JDXBOT will switch to using the main account balance for the continued DCA. So can you see that? So that's why we tell you, right? Don't just maintain 50%. If you put 100% one-to-one, that will be awesome. But if you start with 50% and that 50% is depleted, you don't have to worry because we will then use the main futures account balance, okay, to continue the DCA process. All right. So in this manner, your performance is not affected. All right. Now, the other important thing is the critical alert trigger. So in the event, okay, the main account balance drop 50% of the highest available balance, a critical alert email will be sent to notify the user to top up their sub account. Now, can you imagine, okay, you have $200 in your main account and every time the DCA takes place, your $200 depleted and let's say it reaches 50%, which is $100. So when the bot, or when the algorithm recognizes you are now below 50%, you will receive a critical alert trigger. So that critical alert is to tell you, hey, your fund has now reduced to below 50%. Get ready, prepare some fund to top up your sub account. All right, so you do not need to top up your main account. Top up your sub account because when you top up your sub account, it will automatically check your main account. And if your main account is below 50%, the bot will automatically replenish your main account. All right, so now this is sent to you earlier when your main account is 50%. Please take note. All right, now if until you top up and it is above 50%, then you won't get the email. As long as below the 50%, every single hour, you will be reminded that your fund is below 50%. All right, so please take note, okay? This is a very important critical measure that has been put in place because we want to remind our users to make sure they have sufficient fund because the only way to win the war is by having ammunition at all time. The moment your ammunition is depleted, your bullet is depleted, you have to lift up two of your hands and surrender in the midst of the battle. All right. Now, if your wallet is always full, you do not need to worry. I hope this is clear. Okay. So now, this email helps avoid liquidation and keep users bot running smoothly. All right. Now, let's say, for example, you say, I don't have the fund to actually top up. So if you don't have the fund, then JDXBOT will continue to use the fund that you have. And at one point, right, if your fund in your main account is depleted, then you will receive a margin call from BitGet. So please understand, guys, we don't promise that you don't get liquidated. You only get liquidated if you disobey the alerts. All right, please understand that, okay? But can this easily happen? It is almost impossible unless otherwise Bitcoin price is manipulated and it moved like $40,000, $50,000 away, high likely. But if you always manages your account, you shouldn't have any problem. I hope this is helpful, okay? So now, the key benefit is that autonomous balance regulation. So it ensures stable hedging ratios, consistent performance, and reduced liquidation risk through intelligent fund movement and integration between the main and the sub account. Okay. Now, the other important benefit, it is hands-free, worry-free, 100% autopilot. So this is what we want to do, right? Because we don't want you to keep topping up because your bot is now at risk. If you have prepared your fund well, all right, you do not need to worry. So, for example, right, let's say you start with 50% your sub account, and you know that you're going to travel or you know that you're going to have an assignment, right? What can you do? You can just go and top up more into your sub account so that you do not need to worry when you are traveling. You see that? So that is awesome, all right? That is really awesome. Okay, now let's look into what is the initial startup cost, because I know that many of you are now excited, right? So can you see, guys, these are tactical strategy, okay? Please understand. I am a tactical guy. The tacticality is more important than the technicality. All right, you don't go to a war to learn how to do the technical. Technical you learn before war. In the war zone, you must be tactical if you want to win the war. Okay, please understand that. So what is the initial startup cost here? Let me go through that so that those of you who are interested, you can start to prepare the necessary fund. Okay, you may not be ready now. It doesn't matter. But at least now you know, okay, what is the cost to get involved with JDXBOT. Okay, let me go through one by one. Now, to purchase the strategy, right? As I mentioned to you, we got 3 strategies. All right, and normally we will ask you to buy the 3 strategies because the more strategy you have, the more potential of earning you can actually enjoy. All right, so you enjoy 12 months plus 1 month, so it means 13 months subscription. Okay, for the new user. Now USD is 100, USDC is 100, BTC is 100, total is 300. But if you buy all the 3 at once, you will save $50. All right, so you only have to pay $250 for 3 strategies for 365 days. This is a 12-month subscription. Please understand that, okay? Now, the next cost, you need to fund your main futures account. This is where your trading takes place, all right? The minimum initial funding for BitGet main futures account starts at $200 for each of the strategy. So if you got 3 strategy, that is 200, 200, 200, that is $600. Okay, please take note, all right? Next, you need to fund your sub-account in BitGet. The minimum fund requirement is 50% or more of your base available main futures account balance. So if your main futures account, let's say you go for USDT is 200, so your sub-account futures should be 200 for USDT. If you have 600, then you need to allocate 300, which is 100, 100, 100 for each of the strategy. Okay, please understand that. Now, last but not least, you also need to allocate fund for your strategy wallet, because this is where the 30% fees will be deducted. This is what we call a profit sharing, right? So because JDXBOT cannot deduct any of your fund in your BitGet account. Please understand that. So 100% of your profit will remain in your BitGet. So where do we deduct the management fee or the strategy fee? From your JDXBOT back office. That's where your strategy wallet is. Okay. Now, to get your strategy wallet bot activation, during the activation, you need to make sure an initial deposit of $30 or more in your strategy wallet, or else your bot will not get activated. All right. So this is the cost that is involved if you want to get involved with JDXBOT. Okay. Now, let me summarize that for each of the strategy, and then you can make an informed decision how many strategy you want to purchase, right? The first, now, if you just go for one strategy, all right, you pay $100, all right, you pay $200 to fund your Bitget main futures account, you pay $100 for your sub account, and then you $30 to get your strategy wallet activated. All right. Now, please understand the strategy wallet only for activation $30. After that, you just have to make sure, okay, allocate and maintain at least 20% monthly, okay, because this is basically the fees deduction based on your profit. The more profit the bot generate, the more the fees will be deducted, okay? The more fees are deducted, the more happier you are because the more profit you are making, all right? So please take note. So if you only purchase one strategy, the total initial startup will be $430. Now, if you go for two strategy, the total cost will be $810. And if you go for all the three, then you only pay $1,180. All right. So these are basically important information so that when you want to get involved, you know exactly, what strategy you want to buy. If you say, I want to purchase one first and I want to purchase later, you can, but you're going to pay $100 for each. Okay. But if you say, I'm going to purchase all the three at once, then you pay $250. That $50 that you save, you can actually allocate it probably into your strategy wallet. Okay. So I hope this is clear, right? Okay, now please also understand we have the profit sharing, right? The trading realized profit, model. Okay, how does that work? Okay, so if you see that, okay, every time a position is closed, okay, every time a position is closed, instantly, okay, our partner will receive a net profit of 70%, and JDXBOT, okay, will take 30% as the strategy fee. Right? Now, please understand, this is one of the highest and generous profit sharing in the industry because our goal is to empower ordinary people to generate extraordinary income. Now, the other important insight is this. This is a net profit, guys, not a realized profit. All right? It's a net profit. So please understand, a lot of the platform, they give you a net profit and then they split the net profit and give you 50% of that. But we are giving you 70%, 100% of that net profit to you. Okay? So this is how the profit sharing takes place. Now, the other important thing is that we also have a referral bonus, a very, very generous referral bonus, an unlimited lifetime 2 tiers referral model. Right? So this model offers 30% on any purchases of the strategy and upon each renewal. So you will enjoy a total referral bonus of 30%. So take advantage of this. You can introduce your family members, whatever it is, right? It is up to you as long as they can do KYC with Bitget and they can register an account with JDXBOT, you can enjoy that 30%. So how does that work? Now for tier 1, all right, for tier 1, which is level 1, your referral bonus is 20%. So that means, right, if someone come in under you, you introduce to them and they purchase $250, all the 3 strategy, you will get 20% of that, which is $50. Now, that is a lot. That is a lot of money, right? Imagine if you have 10 people directly under you, that is $500. All right? So now, when your level 1 introduced to their level 1, which is your level 2, tier 2, you enjoy another 10%. So for the 250, that will be $25. Can you imagine? Just by having 2 levels, you already made $70, right? From each of the person, right? So imagine, if you have 100 people directly under you, that is $5,000. All right? And another $2,500. That is a total of $7,500 a year. So every time this user under you actually renew, what happens? You are going to earn a bonus every year, $7,500. Isn't that awesome? All right. So take advantage. Okay. We only provide level 2 because we are an incorporated company. We cannot do more than 2. All right. It is against the policy. Okay. So please understand that. All right. So now with all this information that you have, right, you can now start to plan to make a profitable move. So how do you do that? Very simple. Step 1, you need to sign up with BitGet. You need to sign up with JDXBOT. Step 2, once you have signed up, you have to connect your wallet. How do you do that? You create an API in BitGet, and then you bind your API with JDXBOT and perform all the fundings and so on. And thereafter, your bot will be activated and it will be 100% autonomous trading. All right. Now, I want to make it simpler to show you how to go about it. So now, to get started, okay, the most important thing is that you have to log in into JDXBOT. Now, I think some of you ask me a question. If you log in now, all right, there won't be any sign up button there. Okay, because we are not opening the sign up for any of the public, right? If you want to sign up, you have to get a referral link from those who actually introduce you today, all right? Because we only allow our partners to share their link. Okay, the partners who are already part of JDXBOT, or if you are part of our beta testing, soft launch or pre-launch, all right, then you follow the instruction in the group. All right, follow the instruction in the group because your condition will be different. But if you are new, you have not joined yet, then you need to get a referral link because only the referral link is activated to share. All right. So please understand it is not open to the public yet at the moment. Okay. So now if you go to jdxbot.com, you will see at the top there getting started. So you will see getting started, checkpoints, getting started guide, right? So all that you need is already there. Let me just bring you quickly to the back office so that we can take a look at that. All right. So this is the home page. Okay. So the video that I show you just now is there. All right. You can watch the video. You can even take a look at our project roadmap. You can even take a look at some of those testimonials since the beta testing that we have conducted. Okay. But what I'm interested, look into the getting started here. So if you click the getting started, all the document that is needed is already there. All right. So if you click getting started checkpoint, all right, getting started checkpoint, it will bring you here. Can you see that? So now it is very easy. Okay. All that you need to do is to print this getting started checkpoint. So you see what are the steps for BitGet? What are the steps for JDXBOT? So for example, if you are new, you start here, you sign up and log in, you perform account verification and KYC, you set up your sub-account. How to do that? These are the description. And then you got the checkpoint. So you check one by one. Don't rush. All right, check one by one. Now you may say, okay, I'm doing the step 1. How to do this? Don't worry. All right, don't worry. If you if you get back into the presentation slide, you see the getting started guide. All right, getting started guide. So if you go back, okay, if you go back into the, all right, if you get back here and you go back to the website, you see getting started guide. So if you click the getting started guide, it will bring you into the detailed getting started. So here you can see step 1, sign up and verifications. How to go about it? Can you see that? Each of the steps with the circle number are there. So all you need is patience. Don't ever rush. Okay, take your time. Go through each of the steps and each of the processes step by step and do it one by one until you complete the 13 steps. All right. So at the end of the steps, you can see over here at the end of the steps, all right, you will see, okay, how to fund your account. Everything is there. Okay, so follow everything. And then finally, you will see over here, right? Bot activation checklist. Can you see that? So once all these, okay, 7 points are done properly, everything is conducted, then your bot will be activated. It will be done automatically. You do not need to reach out to the support. It all will be done automatically. So everything that you need is already provided, okay, in the back office. Okay, so just take note of that. Okay, is this simple? Okay, so the reason why we only allow our partners now, right, is easier because your partner who introduces you can guide you. So if you are stuck, you don't need to worry. Just check with your partners because their bot is already active, so they can actually guide you. All right, and they can actually show you exactly what to do. Right now, Last but not least, these are the important meetings that happen throughout the week in the month. Okay, so we got a weekly Tuesday. This is what I'm doing today. So every Tuesday, okay, you can actually bring in anyone, any of your prospects, bring them here so that I can actually share and introduce, okay, this opportunity to them, and make sure you close the case later on. Okay. Now, then fortnightly, which is on the 1st and the 3rd, we will have the AMA session. This is a technical session whereby I will explain detail about the strategies and so on. All right. So this happened on the 1st and the 3rd. So this week, this is the 3rd week. So make sure, okay, if you want to join, be there. All right. This coming Thursday, we will be sending out the Zoom link. All right. So be part if you want to understand more on the technical, the market, and all the different aspects of JDXBOT. Okay. So these are the two most important meetings, right? So I trust, okay, I trust that, this insight is helpful. Gives you a clear perspective what makes JDXBOT a strategy different, okay, in terms of the ecosystem, and also the most important, right, in terms of the wallet management. I think that's the critical aspects of it. So as long as you are able, to allocate that amount for each of the wallets and so on, I think you will be cruising and you will be enjoying, a significant profit, okay, from JDXBOT, right? So get back to the person who have invited you. If you have any question, get back to them, ask them for any clarifications and so on. I believe they will be able to assist you, right? Okay. Let me just stop the sharing here. Let me see if there are any questions here that I need to answer. Okay, let me just see. Okay, I'm new, but I've been following tutorial YouTube. How can I? Yeah, you can actually send, please send a ticket. Sorry, not. You can send an email to support. Let me put the email address, support at jdxbot.com. Okay, do send an email to support at jdxbot.com. Just give me a minute. Yeah, just send an email, okay, to support, because then we will send you the detail for you to get started. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Great. Is there any other clarification that is needed? I hope this explains the detail and you now understand how JDXBOT works. Okay. Okay. Great. Thank you so much for the chat over there. All right. Any other question, guys? Anything that you would like to? And I hope, okay, I think we have got quite a number of those who are already part of JDXBOT. I hope you guys are enjoying the bot, okay, so far. I trust the bot is doing wonders for you guys, and if you want to share something, you can do so. Especially those of you, probably this is like your first time experiencing this kind of strategy, right? That might be not outside that. There's a lot of other strategies, but this could probably be the, something that is unique and managed differently. Okay, so if you want to share something based on your experience, please do so. You can raise your hand at the bottom there, and I can unmute you so that you can share if you want to, right? That'd be great. Anyone? Okay. If there's nothing, right? I hope you guys are blessed with this information. This video will be shared later in the group. Those of you want to be part of the private group, you have to join JDXBOT. Okay. So once you have already purchased the strategy and your bot is active, we will then add you into our private Telegram group. It's not open to the public. So only those who are part. As I mentioned to you, right? We only want 300 users. That's all. Once we have 300 users, all new sign up will be closed, okay? And then we will be improving our infrastructure. And once we improve the infrastructure, we will open up for another batch, all right? So if you want to be part of this batch, please reach out to those who have actually introduced you, or please, okay, please reach out, please send an email to support@jdxbot.com if you want further information and so on. Okay. So with that, guys, I would like to say thank you so much for your time. Truly appreciate, your presence. I will see you on Thursday. Don't forget, okay, the technical AMA session will be really helpful. And this coming Thursday, I'm going to share on another topic. All right, giving you, so because every time the AMA session will actually add significant knowledge, significant, understanding and insight to the team. Okay, so please understand that. Okay, so with that, God bless each and every one of you. We will catch up on Thursday. Okay, take care.